Well, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for being here today. I'm joined by Dr. Nicole Alexander-Scott. Welcome back, Doctor, and we're happy to have you back. Department of Labor and Training Director Matt Weldon. We're going to talk about an unemployment plan that he's been working on. So, Matt, welcome for being here. And Pediatric Infectious Disease Specialist at Hasbro Children's Hospital and Bradley Hospital, Dr. Sabina Holland. Thank you for being here, Doctor, along with pediatrician Dr. Rick Omacht. It's been a big week, for Rhode Island and the nation. On Wednesday, the team made an announcement about Rhode Island administering its 1 million COVID vaccine dose. And we want to thank everybody again. It bears repeating, from the health department to our Guard, National Guard, to our local municipalities, first responders, nurses. The list goes on, and with Tom's leadership as well. So we're on our way, but we got to keep on we got to keep on working it. We got to keep on making sure that the progress continues, and we're in the final stretch here, and we need to make sure that we end very strong, and we got the momentum, and we're going to show that as we head up to Memorial Day. A couple visits that I made this week. I will let the viewers know. I visited Situate High School at a pop-up clinic that was happening right in the school's gymnasium. And on that visit, I met a young lady that was very thankful to all of us. She tried to express that she didn't think she would actually see her classmates again because she felt as though they might be out of school for the rest of the year. But now they're going to be able to participate in the proms and the graduations and all those things that high school students embrace, and as they should. This morning, we visited a local business on Broad Street, the Barana Express, that's partnering with the state on a host of vaccination clinic right here in Providence. And the owners there is a small business owner, not only in the transportation business that's really looking forward to getting back to 100%, but also in the used car business too. So we got to be out there, supporting our small businesses. We'll be visiting the Dunkin' Donuts Center after this press conference later today. They will be administering that 100,000th dose at that site, and we'll be teaming up with Dunkin' on May 26th for a nice coffee day at a few locations. So the point is that we're out and about everywhere and anywhere. So if you have a place that we can be to meet people where they are, as Tom says, we want to do that. Overall, things are looking good as we head into the May 28th. Hospitalization are down, and there's not a single city or town that had more than 200 cases per 100,000 this week. The vaccinations are working. They keep us safe. They keep us out of the hospital. And we encourage everybody to continue to seek out the shots, and we can help them do that. 12 to 15-year-olds now are eligible. That's good news. With the FDA emergency use authorization, we're starting to always schedule the 12 to 15-year-old shots. Again, the family consent, parent consent is necessary, but we're hearing from many people that the 12 to 15-year-olds are really ready because they want to get back to school. They want to be with their friends. They want to be with the activities that they enjoy. So let's sign up at vaccinateri.org. That's vaccinateri.org. And we'll talk about the update. Dr. Alexander-Scott will speak to the issues about all the issues, but also that new age group that we're going to be strongly encouraging to be vaccinated so we can get everybody back into school, into the classrooms for September. Out-of-state sports tournaments, with more kids getting vaccinated too, we're ready to safely open our sports tournaments, and they're ready to go starting this Monday. Again, if you have issues that you feel as though need to be addressed, we're willing to address them. That happened. We accelerated that by a week because I was at a meeting with a business community, and there was a hockey tournament that was coming up on the 23rd, and the question was, could we accelerate that? 1,000 hotel rooms, as long as about $750,000 of actually actual dollars that are going to come into the state of Rhode Island as a result of that tournament. And where we can safely do that, we want to do that. So if you have ideas of what's facing you and you need certain relief and you feel as though it's called for, let us know and we will analyze that. And if it's safe, we will accommodate. Vaccination residency required because of the capacity we've built up. How many shots can we administer in a day? And our continued steady supply of vaccine. We just head into the tourism season here in Rhode Island. We're announcing that is no longer a residency requirement to get vaccinated in Rhode Island. We know that we're a tourist destination. We know communities that are in particular bordering on our ocean front are going to have many, many people come. Westerly alone goes from about 25,000 to as many as 60,000 people because it's a destination, a vacation destination, and we want to make sure that we keep everybody safe, including our visitors. So we're making that. So as of Monday, it is no longer the case that you need to be a resident anticipating the tourism, and that's the reason I mentioned there'll be music in Newport this summer. We expect people to come in to our state and enjoy our state, and we want to make sure that the people who are in business in the state benefit from our tourism. We're happy to see our neighbors from Massachusetts and Connecticut get vaccinated in Rhode Island. Please visit us. DEM, as we enter the warmer months, the Department of Environmental Management is looking for lifeguards and seasonal employees for beaches, parks, and campgrounds. More on the employment issue shortly, but they're looking to fulfill great summer jobs like lifeguard, beach managers, facility attendants, and groundskeepers. Great opportunity for our college students as well as our high school students to take advantage of that. So we encourage you to respond. Let us know whether you're interested. Applications are online at the riparks.com/employment. That's riparks.com/employment. And you also can pre-purchase your season beach passes. As we announced it last week, we'll be at 100% parking capacity, and that's exciting for all our businesses that are on our oceanfront, so in oceanfront communities. You can go online to get the passes at ri.parks.com/beach-pass. Let's talk a little bit about the unemployment issue. You're hearing a lot about states that are thinking about removing the $300 benefit. I think that's very short-sighted. Just think of these numbers. Right now, Rhode Island enjoys additional income coming from the federal government into the families that live in the state of Rhode Island at $20 million a week, close to $100 million a month. So I think that what we're doing on is worth the effort. Could you put up that slide that I took a picture at the Warwick coffee shop yesterday? It reads, due to a shortage of staff, we will be temporarily closing at 3 p.m. Sorry for the inconvenience. That's happening all around the state of Rhode Island. That's not good for our economy. It's not good for the people who rely on the incomes in these businesses. And so we're going to step forward and really put out a plan that will encourage people to go back to work. We need to make sure we retain those $300. Why give that back to the federal government when we actually can create a plan that can maximize family income? Where do you think that money is spent? That $300 a week that's coming into people on unemployment is being spent in our communities. We're cutting, we're basically, hurting ourselves by not trying to protect those dollars. Those are not coming out of our pockets, and they're there for incentives to make sure that people can pay their bills. And we have I think about 68,000 people that are on unemployment. Just imagine if you got 10,000 people back to work, you cut off the $300, you'd have 50,000 people or so still on unemployment, and that'd be like $15 million a week that we would be denying individuals that we know. We have always, if you get down to 3% unemployment, 4% unemployment, you're doing well. So we're going to try to maximize family income. But at the same time, as that sign says, we need to make sure that our small businesses on an hourly basis are fully staffed. And that's why I announced last week, as of May 23rd, in order to participate in the unemployment, you need to be looking for work. This is the time to do it. It's safe. And we're going to actually find out if there are people on unemployment that aren't vaccinated yet, we're going to get you vaccinated. It's safe to go back to work. Vaccinations make it that way. But we're not going to be short-sighted. If the federal government wants to give us $100 million of income a month, we're going to try to take advantage of each one of those dollars to help our small businesses and to help our economy recover. So, enough on that. Director Weldon will speak a little bit more in detail on the work that we're doing right now. That we can't really find too many states that are actually trying to figure it out. We'll work on this for the next month to try to figure it out, and if we have to regroup, we will. Nightclubs, quick update on the nightclubs. We're announcing today that nightclub owners, if they want to make vaccination a criteria to attend their nightclubs, 100%. We'll be opening up the nightclubs 100% on that basis. If not, we'll be at 50% beginning on May 28th. They can either go either way they want, but we want to continue to have this incremental flexibility in those spots to make sure that we're doing everything we can to help those businesses as well. And we'll be moving towards a full capacity, we believe, by July 1st as we enter into the summer months and the more active time frames for those businesses. Quick reminder that Lieutenant Governor and I will be hosting our second Rhode Island 2030 community conversation tonight at 7 p.m. on my Facebook page. We have a great panel tonight leading a discussion on housing. And this is all about opening up a community conversation about what does Rhode Island look like in our minds by 2030, and how can we use the federal dollars that are coming in to actually maximize the opportunity for the state as far as immediate and long-term thinking. So I want to remind everybody as I wrap up, this will be our second to the last COVID press conference here at the Vets. I think that is, and we'll make sure that in our last conference we'll bring out Dan and everybody else and thank them for the unbelievable work that the staff has done here. But there'll be no COVID press conference next week, and then we'll reconvene here on the 27th. And after that date, we'll be moving to another location where the Lieutenant Governor and I have had our bi-weekly press conference, which we'll have again this week.